What's up, ladies and gents, Noli here. I hope you're all having a fantastic festive season. For those of you that don't know, I'm back in the UK and finally have some free time, so I'm looking for ways to kick back, relax and enjoy some casual Payday 2 without, really having to concentrate. So here's a little something I've put together, a build I've been trying to work into my infamy routine to really let me switch that brain off and just enjoy the simpler things in life. Just a quick reminder for those of you that don't know, I'm running a big mass designing competition for the new year right now. If you're interested in winning some serious Payday prizes or just showing off your favourite creations, check out that announcement video with all the information you need to enter, link down below. That out the way, let's talk about the setup I've been running to cruise through holdouts, infamies and even death sentence 1-down heists over the last few days. First things first, what perk deck am I running? Well, it has to be my comfort choice, Anarchist, for when switching off. Stoic's obviously the strongest deck in the game, but it also requires a tiny bit of brain power, which I'm unwilling to put out with this build. Instead, we're going to be using a really good Anarchist synergy with damage over time, alongside the 2-piece suit to get maximum regeneration rate on our armor, and armorgate all incoming damage completely by accident half the time. Oh, and if we seriously mess up, we have good old Blitzkrieg Bop to grant us 2 seconds worth of total invulnerability every 15 seconds. Talk about a crutch. Survivability on this setup is not an issue. Up next, taking a look at my weapons, you'll immediately see that I've gone to the dark side. There's a Grimm 12 gauge staring ominously in my secondary slot, but we'll get onto that in a moment. First, there's the only element of this build that requires some concentration to use, the Akimbo Micro Uzis. I pick up these Akimbo SMGs for a number of reasons. First up, they have great base levels of concealment, meaning they're perfect for this sub 25 setup. They also have a fairly ludicrous rate of fire, so they come into the build with crits as anti-bulldozer tools. Sometimes, even when you want to relax and just fire mindlessly into crowds of cops, Payday is cruel, sends these massive hit sponge fellas to ruin your fun. With the Uzis, we're at least packing something to bring back the status quo and switch those brains back off again. Finally, the other reason I went with the Uzis is their solid pool of ammo and decent enough ammo pickup to be at least self-sustaining if used intelligently. Except this build isn't really about doing anything intelligently, which is where the dreaded secondary comes in. I have to apologise to the Payday gods every time I pull out this weapon, but the temptation is there. I warn you, once you use this weapon, it's not so easy to go back. The Grimm 12 gauge equipped with Dragon's Breath rounds changes the playing field. No longer is aiming a factor. Ammo conservation? A thing of the past. Headshots to prot bullseye? Oh, those will happen incidentally, because you have in your hands a weapon with shotgun mechanics and zero accuracy, meaning pretty much everything on your screen will be on fire soon enough. Not only that, it's able to proc a damage over time effect that also incapacitates almost all enemy types at a pretty alarming fire rate. The thing is so ammo efficient, I reckon you could just hold down left click for the entire heist and still be self-sustaining. Normally, I feel guilty putting this weapon on any setup, like I've done something truly horrendous to the integrity of the heist. But you know what? When you want to relax, there's something therapeutic about the DB Grimm. It's been a tough year. Go on, treat yourself. Anyhow, now you've seen the weapons I prescribed for your laid-back Christmas of Payday, how about the skills I pick up to augment them? Starting things off in Mastermind, it's a lot of what you'd expect. I don't actually run Inspire on this build when playing solo and put the extra points in my turrets or in the Oppressor tree. But when running in a group, you don't want the headache of having to actually slowly revive downed allies, so Inspires are given. As with most of my Anarchist setups, Doctor's Bags are preferred and allow for the odd slip up to happen when you're not engaging that brain. In the controller tree, it's the usual 2 converts for additional distraction and partners in crime for the insane tankiness that skill offers. This build is all about letting others do the work for you, and converted cops are no different here. Moving on to Enforcer, thanks to the Grimm being totally busted, all we need is Shotgun CQB for enhanced reload, and then in tank it's all about resilience, die hard, and bullseye. Remember, even though Dragon's Breath weapons don't deal headshot damage, they can still hit heads to prot bullseye. Over in Technician, one of the really unique things about this setup is that it runs turrets. First up, I just want to say sentry turrets are seriously underrated. They get the job done even on death sentence difficulty. If we don't need Inspire, I basically ace out this entire tree, but if we do, don't worry too much about making them survivable, as we'll be bringing the suppressed turrets usually. At its best, this basically means we're bringing 4 extra AI to deal with the waves of enemies, saving us a job. The only annoying thing is how sentries function. Having to constantly pick them up and place them again to refill their ammunition is fiddly and definitely not relaxing. I mean, it's easier than having to shoot for yourself, but even so, come on Overkill, there has to be a better way to make these guys less of a burden needing constant babysitting. In any case, enough of me trying to be even lazier, we run them in this build. Moving on to Ghost, it's just duck and cover we need, alongside low blow for those crits. You see, the crit damage is excellent for the Uzis, letting us seriously demolish bulldozers once their faceplates are gone. But even more pivotal to this build, fire damage can also crit. I don't know why, most of the skills don't work with Dragon's Breath ammo, but for whatever reason, they can tap into critical headshot damage. In fact, they do quite frequently, as they tick for multiple instances of damage per shot, each one rolling for that 30% crit chance. This is huge. It turns your 2-shot kills on standard heavy SWATs into 1-shots with just a tiny bit of good RNG. Seriously, low blow makes life even easier. Finally, for Fugitive, we grab the Akimbo skill in Gunslinger for extra Uzi ammo, and then it's just 9 lives aced, predominantly for your DSOD excursions, whenever you want to get some completions on the hardest difficulty in the game without overexerting yourself. We round this build off with the Concussion Grenade, just another way to make sure the cops are incapacitated, and the Ice Pick for those occasional critical kills on stunned enforcers. And there it is, the 10 IQ build. Every time I go Infamous right now, I rush into the core of this setup as quickly as possible, hop into a holdout, and mentally transcend. Payday starts to play itself, and a couple of hours later, it's time to go Infamous all over again. You're not entirely sure what happened over those past 2 hours, but you know a good time was had by all. Need more proof of the potential of this build? Here's me playing it with viewers on stream. Enjoy, I'll see you all very soon. Well, unfortunately, all the stream footage corrupted, so instead you're getting some live commentary on stealing Christmas DSOD. Might as well keep it festive. Hopefully, you know, the whole idea of this build is being able to relax. So my plan is live commentary should be a lot easier, right? When you're able to actually relax and talk to yourself for half an hour. Hopefully this doesn't take half an hour. Alright, VR headset first and foremost. It's not a bad one for this setup because we can just sit back, relax, and let the turrets do the work here. Oh, hello. Alright. Not bad, jacket. Fair enough. Okay, so we set Bonnie up here as close as we possibly can because she's got the stakeout. And there's a convert, so I don't have to think about much for a while and can sit back, relax, drop down these turrets, and hopefully they'll do most of my job for me. In case you guys aren't aware, kills you get actually with your Dragon Breath round will not go towards your kills at the end of the heist, but if you're rocking something like Wolfhood, it will count the kills for you, so you feel a little bit better about yourself by the end of the heist. Yeah, moving up to DSOD, you definitely do have to babysit your turrets a little bit more, but that's alright, it's to be expected, and occasionally one will die, but as long as it's not a sacrifice in vain, as long as it goes down distracting some bulldozers. Whoa, one of my turrets just absolutely got... Rest in peace. Well, there goes one. We'll pretend that one didn't die in vain. Little group over here. See if we can... The only problem is, if we randomly crit one of them too many times, we don't get a hostage. Alright, there's one. Oh, and again, the spread doing me dirty. So we don't want to push through that way. It's a bit easier to go around the back normally. Actually, this ain't ideal either. Ah, 2 of the boys. Alright, well, you know, not the easiest spawns, but we'll find a way through and drop this headset off. Concussion's OP. Concussion's super OP. Plus Blitzkrieg bot. A bobblehead? Who wants one of these for Christmas? I think they're back in stock, right? Shoot this friend just a little bit, you know. Just let him know. Let him know we're not true friends yet. Oh, the Grimm's so dirty. Just like... Shoot one bullet, take cover. Shoot one bullet, take cover. There's your ammo back. If I could be bothered to actually run over there. Alright, one of my sentries is doing something at least. So yeah, funnily enough, sentry gun kills do count towards your kill total, but at least like for Robticop and stuff. The Dragon's Breath kills don't. So if you're going for Robticop, maybe not the build for you. As I record this, the Christmas update's just around the corner. At this point, I don't know what we got, but hoping for something cool. Not with a new heist, but maybe as much as I would like a new heist, you know, being realistic. Alright, friend. I'd love to see just maybe, you know, some more festive heists. Current heist getting the festive treatment like we saw with Boston Breakout, if I remember. That's a sniper. I love how Vlad, like, this was never his full plan. At the last minute, he's like, you know what? I kind of want that tree. Alright, this is where I would guess on this particular heist, this build would struggle the most. A medic. Yeah, you guys are the problem. I just have to hope I can get within range to actually set the snipers on fire, because that's going to be the easiest way for me to deal with them. And I also need to try and get over here. Well, that's a lot of boys. Oh, and the sniper. Oh, I love anarchists so much. The only other setup that I imagine could make a run like that easily. Got to be something like Stoic. Stoic's real dirty though. Oh, I thought I had Blitzkrieg bot. Oh yeah, and shooting things like flashbangs, pretty easy for something with 0 accuracy that's a shotgun. Rest in peace, my second turret. I'd say it did its job pretty well though, getting me over here. Alright, before too many snipers appear, there's one. That's not in range. Alright, dealt with. It's pretty badly timed, I guess. Get rid of that guy real quick. Try and get the first 3 C4s on now, while I've got a bit of Blitzkrieg going. That's 2. That's 3. Alright. Second set to do now. Goodbye, friend. Oh, I see boys over there. Let's just get this on quickly. That was probably worth it, even though it was kind of risky to take a death there. Okay, pushing down might be a little bit harder than I was thinking, but one thing you forget is you can't just, like, use sentry guns aggressively. I know there's not half as many enemies here as I thought there would be. Alright, easy push downstairs, and we're pretty much ready to leave. Let's reload real quick. Oh, damn it. These things are really hard to control. Alright, sentry gun. Do your thing. Pretty good distraction. It's definitely gonna... I just love how the sentry gun points right at their head. Even while they're being converted. You know, let them know you're here. Which, yeah, there's a money bag. There's some extra loot. We'll take it. Now would be the time for me to drop down the sentry gun, I guess. Hold off my flank a little bit. We can let that one go now. Doesn't really matter too much if it dies. Who says it's bad luck to hit Santa Bay? Who in their actual right mind has ever said that? Alright, let's go. We'll be fine. Alright, ladies and gents, that does it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. The style's a little bit different to what I've done with my builds in the past, but I hope you enjoy that sort of combination of casual live commentary as well as the more structured, scripted stuff. Hopefully that works well for you, and I've convinced you to actually give this build a go. One of the things I didn't show off a lot because it was mostly stream footage is just how monstrous this setup is, especially on holdouts. It's way too strong, so that's the place to really try it out, so it can be excellent for your leveling, and as you saw, it works pretty damn well on DSOD as well. So do give it a try if you get the time, and you just want to relax and play some Payday 2, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. So I'll see you all very soon, and I'll be back, and we'll see if I'm still alive and if the sentry turrets are still alive. Let's go hide in the corner. I'm thinking this is the safest place on the map. Alright guys, I'll be back in a second. As ever, thank you very much to my Mean Infamy patrons and above. If you want to join that infamous club to see yourself in the credits or get early exclusive access to my videos, including the story videos, check out my Patreon link below. Remember, the Discord is open to all if you crave some more Payday discussion. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one.